box office analyst predicts Supergirl will outgrow Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, I gotta admit that I appreciate the gusto, the boldness, the confidence to make such a claim, but I only wish his confidence was found in something more realistic. But to give this man at least some credit, he said this a year ago. But on the other hand, if you had rewound me back a year ago, I don't think you would see me make a claim that Supergirl would outperform what may be the highest grossing movie of the year. But even though this analyst makes this claim that Supergirl's going to outperform Spider-Man, I think that it kind of pushes us towards a bigger conversation that needs to be had about Supergirl, about how Supergirl has a lot of things going against it, and maybe it wasn't the best choice for DC's second movie. The first thing I gotta say is that Supergirl probably wasn't the best choice simply because it's a more niche character. What would be the simpler, more proven, safer pick? Somebody like Batman, pick Wonder Woman, do a Superman too, but instead you're picking a character that is far less well known and doesn't have that built-in audience. But that could be okay if Supergirl as a movie looked amazing, but the trailers just don't really suggest this is going to be like a must-see event or anything. And now another thing that Supergirl has going against it is that Superman didn't really set it up for some success. If we talk about niche characters, say you put the Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man up against Supergirl, there's some clear reasons why the first of those two examples succeeded, and then you had Supergirl, which is likely not going to do so hot. With, say, Ant-Man or Guardians of the Galaxy, I would point to two things that made them do well, was that Marvel up to that point really set them up for success. They had really built trust with the fans. People really liked the movies they were seeing. So that fans now trusted that when Guardians of the Galaxy came out and Ant-Man came out, even though they hardly ever knew these characters existed, they were right on board to see those movies because Marvel had a proven track record. And then the movies came out, and they were good, people liked them, and so they were proven right. But now with Supergirl, the DCU with James Gunn has not really given fans a whole lot of confidence in what the vision for DC is going to be in the future. The only movie they had before it was, well, Superman, which was so hyped. People were really interested in the movie, but then it came out and people were rather mixed. And I think it's fair to say that Superman did not create some massive fandom of people clamoring to see what's coming up in the DCU. It has its fans, but I wouldn't say there's quite enough of them that's going to keep Supergirl afloat and make it a big success. And so Supergirl has the DCU going against it, and then it just doesn't really look like it's going to be that compelling of a movie through the trailers. And I think that's probably the bigger of the issue, is that this doesn't really seem to be a super compelling movie. If you think about Iron Man with Marvel, they took super niche character. They took one that maybe you could argue even less people knew about compared to Supergirl. But that movie, because it was good, it proved that B-list characters could then become A-list ones. But now the question is whether Supergirl has given audiences a reason to believe that it's going to be the next Iron Man. And right now, I think it's fair to say that it's not. That Supergirl is not going to be of the same caliber of movie as Iron Man. So I would say that Supergirl, it has an issue that's a niche character, so there's a lot going against it. It would have a lot to prove, and the issue is that as Supergirl is a niche character, it would just need an extraordinary movie to then become a mainstream hit, and just nothing I've seen suggests that Supergirl is that movie.
Thanks for watching
DUCKFINDER
on YouTube. For more premium content, subscribe.